Shalom, first and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatir from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And yes, you're reading this right. It says claims of virtual groping hit Zuckerberg's metaverse. And I had a chance to read the article, and it's basically talking about a sexual harassment situation in virtual reality, which I don't get because if this is happening in a virtual reality world, where is the physical threat? Okay, a virtual hand just doesn't come out of a world that doesn't exist and then taps you on the butt in the real world and then goes back into virtual reality. It's just, this whole thing is stupid, but at the same time, it's a very, looking past this, I realize that this is a much deeper plot than what they're making us to believe. Okay, the end result is going to be like Ready Player One. I don't know if you've all seen that movie, but it's one of those dystopian type films where in the future the majority of the people were like poor, lived in very like just bad living conditions. They didn't live like the rich, and they didn't go to too many places. They didn't do too much physical interacting, because that took a lot of effort and time and money to go travel. They didn't have that. So the next best thing that they had was the virtual reality world where you could pretty much do anything. Okay. And real life is starting to get that way. And I thought to myself that what could possibly happen in the real world that will eventually get to a point where people will be choosing the virtual reality world than the real world? And the answer was everything that's happening right now, but just at its peak or its climax. Okay, you have to think the goal of the elite is for you to be a slave, for you to be poor, for you not to travel, and just kind of be to yourself, owning no land, no nothing. Okay? So, if you are in a situation like this, how do you get out? How do you interact? How do you see other people? And it's quite simple, through the metaverse, which is a very slick plan. Okay, and it talks about that in the book of Psalms, Psalm 64 and 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Okay, and this evil matter, as far as it pertains to this story, is to get everybody, or as many as they can, people plugged into the matrix. Because that's what it is. You're being plugged into the matrix. Okay? Convincing you that the fake world is better than the real world. But in a society where, real is fake and fake is real, that's not going to be too much of a problem in this modern day and age. It says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Like, who's going to figure it out that we're trying to plug these dummies into the matrix? I mean, they're already enslaved physically. We just got to plug them up into the machine and we're good. Who's going to figure this out? And it says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Because you have to say to yourself, what is the psychological process and the physical process that we have to do from whatever time they implemented this to now, that people will willingly take the fake over the real. It's going to get to a point in this world where people will actually want to and enjoy being in a fake world, being something they're not, than enjoying the pleasures of the real world and just being happy with the way the Most High made them. A very, very interesting uh, situation with this. But yeah, like I said, this was going to be real short. I didn't want to make this too long just to bring some, I just wanted to bring some attention to this. So I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say Shalom.